Hey guys, today is not a good day for me. It hasn't been I haven't been myself lately because I'll tell you what has happened, right? Let's start off when I was, being announced that I was going back to gardening again. Hooray! I was excited to meet people that I haven't seen in months. And it was so much fun. We got to talk to a lot. We got to do things. We got to go gardening, go bushwalking. It was good fun, and we hang. It was just fun. We ate. It was a blast. And as soon as I went back home and went on my PlayStation and met some of the people that I haven't seen for months as well on Party Chat, they were upset. They were upset about something, and I couldn't know what's going on. So I started listening in, and I had to go to a new chat with the other group of people that are left to understand the context. I didn't know this. So what has happened is that, there's a bunch of friends I have on game chat. Some I don't see anymore. Some that I've been talking lately. And there's this main person that was used to be the head of the group. Now he isn't, because what we found out, and what I found out is that, sorry, I just lost what I was trying to say. Right, so I've been trying to tell everyone what the hell's going on. It turns out the person that was the main head of the group, who I connects with, him and I have been almost friends for a year, along with the other group. And he's quite dark humor and messed up a bit when he talks about things, which is, he's a bit out there. And ever since, it's been fine until now, because he is not what he seems to be, and I don't know him anymore, because what everyone found out is that we all know he went to jail for hitting someone, but he has been lying, he's been manipulative, playing as the victim, saying shit behind each other's backs. He has been quite not the best person to be with. There is rumors that I don't know is true or not anymore, because I don't know anymore about him. And there is some cases, and there is some connecting to the dots here and there on these situations that happened. Yeah. So he's been lying. What's been happening? He's been lying to him. His stories that he's been telling everyone is a lie. His sister has been telling us what he was actually like. Now, again, I'm not the type of person that only listens to one person by rumors or whatever, and then I listen to the other person. I listen to both people like a detective to understand much more clearly. I'm not the person that would take these things as truth or not, but the problem is I don't know, and that's the mindset and how the situation is. There is speculation that he has been in jail for 20 years for touching kids. It has been that bad. And other things that support that is that him showing pictures of inappropriate underage people in no clothes and such like that. Him is like a joke, and for us to, shock value, because he's a bit out there. But unfortunately, re-looking back on what he's been saying and stuff seems to me not more of a joke than a bit of truth about himself. Because one time he made a very disgusting joke about him and the police and looking through his browser history. And I quickly made a joke about him being a pervert, and I immediately, this is not something I would say to anyone. I didn't mean to say it. I did not mean to say it. It was a complete mess up. For me, even, something I would dare not to say to anyone. I didn't even know why I said it at the time. I said it out loud, immediately hated what I said. And this is just before I knew he actually was a pervert. At first, I thought what I said was him when he was sensitive about it, and he kicked me out of the group because of that. But then if you had the mindset again, you connect the dots. Was he upset that he was sensitive about it, or was he upset that partly it was the truth that I didn't even know about? He's been and again, we've all been I guess as a puppet, or take things that he has sort of manipulated and taken out of context or whatever. Because anyway, after what I said out loud, and I immediately regret it, not something I would ever say to anyone, except it doesn't matter, and I regret apologizing because now it seems like it's the truth. And after I was kicked, everyone else was concerned why this person kicked me out. I'm not going to tell you his name, but everyone in the group was concerned why I was kicked out. And he has said, oh, he was so defensive and quite rude. And from what I've heard from them, so I told them what was it like when I was away, when I was kicked out. That's what I was curious about. And they said he was so angry, and the reason why I was kicked out because he called me a effing pervert and this and that, even though I apologized to him. I did a whole apologize in detail, really long letter of apology and everything. And it's not something I would say to anyone. Not something I would say to anyone. And he didn't accept it because I didn't say it in the chat, which is stupid and fucking idiotic, because how am I supposed to talk to you if you kicked me out of the group? And as soon as he brought me back in, he hasn't talked about it. He moved on from it. Either he forgot, or for a split second he thought that I knew who he really was. And then after a while, when I gave him the letter of apology, he might have just thought, hang on, this guy doesn't really know who I am, so I just leave it at that. That's the problem. The mindset is, and if you're, if you have a dark past or troubled childhood, you always tell to someone, you always tell to everyone, because if you don't and keep it from yourself, it's going to make things worse. But that's kind of minor compared to someone being a pedophile and keeping it to yourself, which is dangerous and horrifying, because him and I have been almost for a year, have been doing FaceTime on Facebook lately. He knows what I look like, and now what I've found out more is that he hacked one of my friend's account to get in details about phone number, and now he's copying his identity account, either to hide himself from other people so no one knows his account name that he's chosen to change, or he's doing this because his cover is blown and now he's really trying to get after us. And everyone is devastated because of him. Again, I don't know anymore about him. I just don't. I'm trying to forget about him. But the more the people bring up and the more I remember about it, I can't, because it put me in a position. I'm always careful who I'm talking to. I'm always careful of that. And here, and I just felt, I didn't even knew about him really, but I felt always happy with him, like with other people were, until now. We found out a lot of bad shit he is, and him talking behind my back and everyone else's back, and using me as a partner in crime, because there was an incident where this other group, Alpha, I think it's called Alpha, I'm not so sure, but there's another group that we are trying to make an alliance, and there's this person named the Fat Controller, who well, it's not his real name, but it's an account, but who has been around with us, and the so-called friend wanted me, because he made everyone, manipulate everyone to go against him, the Fat Controller, and other people, and he wanted, and our so-called friend wanted me to make a fake picture of the Fat Controller saying nasty things about me, which is complete not true. And the reason why I did that, I'm not happy about it anymore, because at the time, everyone took the Fat Controller as someone not to be messed with, or someone who was made us to believe. And I apologized to the Fat Controller, and he accepted it, because I really felt bad, because I felt like I was a partner in crime for making up shit to put dirt on him, and that's not all. Our so-called friend, who had several ex-wives, and some do look pretty young and some don't, from him showing us inappropriate and unnecessary photos of them being naked. And he has been saying things about some of them that is too personal, and now I don't know if he was telling the truth, or some of those ex-wives of him were actually nice people and he wasn't the nice one. Yeah. That is, again, the mindset that's been going on lately. And because of all this stuff, that made me such a mess right now for the last weekend. And for the last weeks, I was such in a good mood. I was gonna plan videos of me being in a bubbling sense of humor. Plan videos for the future of my channel and such. And now I gotta take a break. Because, and this gets even better, because since 2007, I always promised myself that I would never, ever take a sip of wine or alcohol. And even though I have been slightly doing that, but now I've been drinking more. Not in the sense of going drunk, no, just drinking more little shots here and there, and I'm drinking more of the Midori and all the stuff, really. And now I'm trying to move on from it, while I'm having fun with the people I have left, and some of the people that I'm struggling to communicate with, and the people that I can't wait to see more of. And after Christmas, I'm gonna meet Nana Pop at New South Wales, which is gonna be fun for 6 weeks, sorry. It's gonna just some fun that I'm gonna have. I'm just heartbroken, really devastated. Yeah. What else is there to say? Nothing at the moment, but since when this video is going to be uploaded, and by the time, maybe weeks later, this video is I moved on, and I'm always the same person. I'm just upset, devastated, angry. It's sad. Yeah.